Hello there, pixie friends and fairy followers. So I am doing a weekly fairy guidance newsletter, and there's a link in the bottom that you can go subscribe to it. It's a paid subscription, $10 a month, and every week you get a breakdown of a theme and messages from the fairies and a card. And there's also a Facebook group you can get added to share experiences. And the theme this week is about control versus creation, as well as positive thinking versus denial. Because I find in the New Age communities often those two kind of get confused. People want to create the realities and instead are trying to control everything around them. And people are trying to think positive, but to the point where they're being in denial about their own feelings or what's going on around them. So, I want to touch a little bit more on the denial piece first, because I think there's a lot out there about positive thought and positive thinking. And I believe in positive thought. I believe our thoughts create our reality. But it's more of our feelings, the energy of who we are, the vibration, whatever you want to label it. There's a larger energy at force that's created it. It's not just our ego thoughts, though those are a part of it. And shifting out of seeing the negative, being depressed, it's important, but not to the point where you're denying when you're having feelings, when you're feeling angry, when you're sad, when something's upsetting to you. It's important for you to feel those, because when you deny them and bury them, it just creates more experiences for you to feel them, because feelings want to be felt. That's their purpose. They all are healthy and they all have a purpose. So denial doesn't help you in that. If you really want to create this positive, successful life, you need to be honest with yourself about what you're feeling, acknowledge it, and then shift into a positive thought. And it's really more about where's your focus and energy. What are you putting your focus and energy on? Are you focusing on your goals? Are you focusing on self-improvement? Are you focusing on how to make your life better? Or are you focusing on blaming everybody? Are you focusing on what's negative, why you're depressed? You know, that's the shift from positive thought, but not in a point where you're denying yourself. Hope that makes sense. Control versus creation. Yes, we create our realities. Again, it's more, but it's a co-creation. It isn't about us controlling everything around us. It's about us working with the universe, with this 3D reality that we chose, and creating from that place. So you have an intent that you want to create, you put it to the universe, and you have to allow yourself to be led, and you have to let go of expectation. That's a big piece. We as humans get very goal oriented, and we have this very specific, it has to be purple, it has to be this way, it has to be that way, and we get so limited by our expectation that we can't be led, that we can't even find the solution. Sometimes it completely blocks us from what our intent was, because it's not showing up the way we think it should be showing up, or it's not going the way we want it to go. So a big piece of this is acceptance. As you set your intent, you allow yourself to be led and accept what's happening to be divine and part of that path of where you're going, even if it doesn't 100% make sense in your head. I've had that experience lots of times. Understanding and acceptance are two different things. We don't have to understand anything to accept it. You can accept something's happening. You can accept your experience without fully 100% understanding why, or fully understanding how this is going to lead you where you need to go. Again, you have to trust your gut instincts on a lot of that when you're being led, like whether you're being led or not. And it's not always about looking for a sign. It's about having a goal and doing your part in it too. You can be led, but be focused on your step that you're in. So if you're just wandering around looking for signs all the time and not really being focused on the step that you're currently in and being present there, it's also going to cause some problems. Again, I hope this makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling, but that's the way to go into co-creation. Get into your feelings, feel from a real genuine place and feel what it is that you truly want to create, because in your head you might think one thing, but if it really got into the way you feel about it, does it feel right in you to create that reality? Is that really the goal you want? And after that, set your intent, allow yourself to be led, and focus on the step you're on. Thank you for joining me this week. I'll see you again next week.